Is this basically like a elementary school teacher like trying to like make sure these kids are okay during like a zombie apocalypse?
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, yes, that was a mouthful, but yeah, absolutely. Guys, welcome. Ow, it's loud. What the fuck happened? What's up with Expo doing that?
What accent? What accent were you doing?
Accent?
I'm doing
I don't know what my body just did.
Guys,
Let's go
welcome
back to
to
the
the
desert
Dad
up there.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just like
On a horse with no name.
That's a great song. Oh, when I sang that song the other day and I was playing on the guitar and I was acting like Mr. Horse, you're acting like, oh, I have no idea what it is. But apparently you do.
I do. I just didn't want to fucking have you do the Mr. Horse voice.
Well, I'll do it right now. I ran to the desert
Everything
on a
I
horse
do is
with
a
no
bit,
name.
Nick. Everything I do is a bit.
I know, that's what I've
100%
been telling you.
of the time.
That's what I've been telling you. I said, dude, too many bits, okay? If you have
No,
so many bits
everything's
going
a bit.
around, then it's going to be, shit. Hey, guys, how you doing? It's the Chat Tech. We're over here talking about the trailers. As you guys saw right away, Jet's confused by this fucking trailer. I don't know why, because all you're
help
seeing...
me out if you actually said you were gonna start.
I did.
Well, I was also watching a trailer, so.
You didn't. You don't pay no attention. No
Well,
attention.
I gotta pay attention to the goddamn trailer. You don't want me to pay attention to the trailer and say something
No.
wrong?
No, but that's not what I'm going
Nick,
at.
All right,
That's what I'm
then,
saying.
so
No.
shut your fucking horror hole.
But you...
It is a nasty little whore hole, Nick. So
That's a new one.
it's a slutty little hole.
Shut up. You're like getting turned on by horror hole. What the fuck?
Yeah, I'm just come here. Come
Shut
here.
up.
No.
I don't want to hear your
Boogie,
face.
how you doing, Mr. Boogie? Boogie A7. How you doing, man? I need to know what the fuck Boogie even means. I don't know why. Why you called that? Is it off of something? Is it a
That
song?
was the year he was conceived, and boogie is a sexual term.
Maybe he likes disco. Well, then he has A7 in his name, so like, was disco a thing in the 80s or 70s?
They were still doing it in the 80s, early 80s, but like it's mostly known as the 70s thing.
Oh yeah.
Baby lotion, keep that shit moisturized.
Got all slippy and slidey. I'm over here putting on the lotion. I'm like, whoop, 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 and I fall down.
What's up, Nick, you bastard? Yeah, that's how I said hi to him too.
No, that's what Alan
Hey,
says.
'cause
Like, you
you
bastard.
you're creative.
Fuck you. Here's the thing. I don't even know what he said, but it's okay. No, the reason why I was getting on you, Jet, by the way, it's just like, I don't know what's up with this whole call, this whole fucking group of people that I'm doing the show with them. I'm almost disgusted by it right now because, ooh, what's Little Monsters? It's just like, you're looking at it like it's negative. It's awesome.
It is negative.
No, it's not negative, and we'll talk about
You
that.
didn't even give me a chance to finish. I just started when I asked my fucking question. You don't even know if I don't like it or not.
Oh, you weren't saying. You say you did. Okay, so you
No,
weren't
go
being
watch the
negative.
trailer. I can talk about as much shit as I want for 2 fucking minutes about this
I'm already
god-awful
done.
trailer.
Jet,
Okay.
why do you get so high pitched when you get mad?
Because you tend to get high pitched.
When you're mad,
I don't. I drop bass like fucking.
No, you
Tiesto
don't.
track.
you really don't. Yeah, you start laughing at you like.
You got 2 fucking octaves.
Exactly. He does. He only has 2 octaves, and Alan has 1 octave. Just.
Well, no, and I go super fast, and apparently no one can understand me.
Just like the tuba he played in middle school.
I didn't play it too, but it was a clarinet.
Yeah, you got me. You got
Oh,
me
okay, Squidward. Shit.
Shut the fuck up.
You really are a squirrely ass motherfucker, dude.
You're a fucking SpongeBob and Patrick.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are.
Oh shit, Boogie, I like this. He says, Boogie is what a Navy vet whom I used to work with called me, and 87 is the year I was born, 1987. So holy shit.
All right, I was right. The year he was conceived.
No, well, I mean, because at first I was talking about Boogie, and you're like, oh, when he was conceived. It's like, wait, hold on, what? Like, people don't say that. People say Boogie when they have sex.
In the year '87, his parents got down with the boogity beat and gave birth to him. A great guy.
Gary over here in the chat. Gary's probably gonna like a couple of discussions we're gonna have tonight because we're talking about death, talking about murder, talking about zombies.
Motherfuckers
Zombies.
eat each other and shit.
Yeah. Did you actually watch the trailer, by the way, Ganja, or did you just get
I
all
did.
pussed? Okay, good. So I was gonna say, if you pussied
All
out
right,
because of
I'll
animals.
admit there were some funny parts, but I don't think this movie's for me.
Oh Jesus Christ! You know what? At least you agreed to the fact that maybe it's not for you. Okay, I'll
Yeah,
respect
I don't
that.
like shitty movies.
Yeah, fuck you, bitch. Here's the thing, people. We're gonna be doing the pre-show for Double Toasted soon. Well, I mean, probably I am. I might actually just fucking say fuck it and force people to watch us. I don't give a shit. We might do that today. I know I probably should have told Alan and Ganja beforehand, but hey, surprising y'all. I don't even think he was paying attention. It's okay. Anyways, aside from all of that, we're gonna get through the show kind of quickly because the extravaganza is starting soon. They're gonna be reviewing Hobbs and Shaw, the good old boys from the Fast and Furious series. Which, by the way, have you even said, Alan, Whether or not you're gonna be watching this, and if you're hyped about
Oh
it.
fuck yeah! Of course I'm gonna be watching it. Watch this day one. I'm literally gonna watch it. Is it coming? Oh, it's literally coming out this week. Yeah, I'm gonna fucking.
Yeah,
watch
probably
it for sure.
tomorrow where you're
I
at.
got a question. Are
Yeah.
we doing a real review for this movie, or is it just something that we can be casual and just enjoy it?
We can just enjoy it, 'cause, dude, it's Fast
And
and
I am
Furious.
gonna turn up in that theater. I'm going to the one that serves alcohol.
Really? Okay, damn.
Yeah.
I was really shocked when the theater that I go to had a little wine section. I'm like, oh wow, and it has upstairs and everything.
I'll tell
But
you what, there, Corona and Lime really made Venom very passable.
No, it didn't. I actively made it worse.
oh, is that what you guys did? Did you guys get drunk when you saw
Yeah.
that?
No, we
Yeah,
didn't get drunk. We had like 2 beers, just like a little buzz.
It probably explains
Yeah.
why you guys weren't actually paying attention and knew what kind of
I
quality
already
movie
saw
you were
the- I
watching.
already saw the movie, so did Gert.
Motherfucker, I saw that movie. I don't know what the fuck you talking.
And by the way, too, Alan, you like to text while you're watching the movie too, like, "Hey, Nick, this movie sucks." Like, watch it,
Yeah.
and you'll know.
I'm sorry if the movie is garbage. I'm going to text you. If I'm texting you, and I told you I was watching a movie prior. I hate the fucking movie.
Jed, do you
Like
feel
I
like
hate it so much that I don't care.
Jed, do you feel like that's a situation with him that he doesn't focus because he's busy texting us and shit?
It can be if he does it like really early. Like, Alan, the movie just started 30 minutes ago.
And if it
Exactly.
sucks that much,
I did that recently for one film that was really bad. What was it?
Once upon a time.
Was it once? Yeah, I was starting.
Yeah.
I broke.
Yeah, and it's funny too. I've noticed this. What you call it? So when you look up that movie, we type it in, and even into IMDb, it's Once Upon a Time ... in Hollywood. But if you look at the logo for the movie, it's Once Upon a Time in ... Hollywood. It's like they can't. And then when you actually like go to the movie theater and it has the titles and the ticket and everything, it's just Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. It's like it has 3 fucking titles. No one can understand where to put the dots at. No one gives a fuck. And someone said too that apparently the title of the movie is a kind of like a clue as to what happens at the end of the movie. Like Once Upon a Time, it's Hollywood, so this movie, everything happens here is fake. It's all a bunch of bullshit.
Man, no, fuck you. No, fuck you. Whoever's
Yeah.
saying that to you is a goddamn
no,
liar.
I'm just gonna go with what Bruce Lee's daughter said about Bruce Lee's performance. That it's a mockery.
Yeah, and she seemed pretty pissed off about that. And I'm like, yeah, I would be
kind of
pissed
make
off.
Bruce Lee a joke. So
Yeah, but at the same time, I thought they kind of did him right, like just having him do the karate stuff. Like I thought, like wow, he actually looks really, really cool. It looks like
All right. The thing is, like, when it comes to Bruce Lee, turn your fucking phone off, wherever that is. But when it comes,
probably.
no, it's not mine. My ringtone is very rock loud and revolutionary.
Well, if
But
you're
when
trying
it
to tell
comes-
Jad what to do, she's gonna whoop your ass like Bruce Lee tried to whoop Brad Pitt's
I ain't
ass.
afraid of Jess. She ain't got no hands. But when-
You've clearly never seen her makeup.
the truth, she will stab me. But when it comes to the character of Bruce Lee, I kind of felt like it was a little bit cool because it was the extreme version of his character in the movie. But in terms of like what his daughter saw, I was getting some strong vibes of like Yellowface kind of from what the character was portraying. Because his accent, especially when he was a normal person, as he's trying to portray like hanging out in the back lot just talking to people, he wasn't that exaggerated in his fucking Asian voice.
Yeah, no, and that was the thing. Everything he did was like a pose. It was fucking ridiculous. But anyways, we'll get into the show. I was like, hey, we're gonna move the show along pretty fast today. Anyways,
Also,
Once Upon a Time.
Jed in the Negaverse, because she was trying to yell at me, but all I heard was fucking static.
Yeah, I don't know what you just said though. Yikes.
Let's ignore that one.
Yeah,
The
that's definitely.
Negaverse from fucking Sailor Moon.
You said it again. Jet, are you back? Because I know your internet's fucking up. All right, that's awesome. Thank
Well, how
you.
about you stop asking questions when you listen?
Aww.
No, let's not do that.
Ain't got no hands, ain't got no interconnection.
Damn, that sucks. All right, well,
Yeah, it's still bad.
yeah, it's really awful.
Go and plug that
I mean, I
microwave.
do, but let me actually.
She can't see I
Anyway.
talked over that time. 'Cause everyone got quiet for that announcement.
We have a show to do, guys.
Yeah, we do, but we're
I
gonna
know.
talk for a second.
I just gotta say really quick. She's like, "Well, if you guys would let me." He just stopped. It was just nothing. Oh, that's
If
fucking.
we let you, what if your internet lets you?
So here's the thing. Obviously, her internet needs to be having some fixing going on here. But before we even get into that and trying to call her fucking internet company, we gotta talk about how great Nintendo is to their fucking consumers here. Something I don't see often, but they're actually doing people's broken Joy-Cons for free because they help people out. Ganja Guru, motherfucker, over here hating on Nintendo. I don't see this happening too often, man. Alan, how about you? Do you see this happening pretty often with video game companies?
It depends on what the actual issue is, because like Sony, the PS4 controller itself was fine. The only thing was the fucking was the fuck, and nobody liked the light at the back of that fucking system. So the thing they released was an update to help dim it. You can't turn it off because why the fuck does it need to be on? It is the most useless application to it, and I'm pretty sure it does reduce its battery life to it. But a lot of times when it comes to controllers or accessories, it's like, I don't really see these many hardcore fucking issues. And if there's a problem with the console itself, it usually gets fixed pretty quickly. So yeah, this is pretty common that they'll fix up these issues.
Yeah, and for me, it was surprising to me. I've noticed that some people do that. I know, like, especially with downloadable content, people would love to help you out with, like, reinstalling stuff or refunding your money back. So I won't put that on, like, all these companies. But as far as, like, hardware goes, it's usually a huge pain in the ass. Even, like, when you have a warranty on something and you try to send your PlayStation back, you'll wait a month, almost 90 days.
Oh, yeah.
Almost 90 days to get something back. And it's fucking like, it's just a new console. They didn't even fix this shit. It's like, well, dude, just give me a fucking ticket to go to a Walmart and I'll just buy my own shit. You know what I mean? Or
Well, it's
something.
the same thing with phones. Like, they got to see what the problem is, and then if they see if they can fix it. If not, sometimes they'll give you a new system. It is kind of a pain in the ass, but it's like, I'm not sure they're just going to send an update. Like, it just really depends on the actual problem. They're probably doing it for free because it's a systemic issue. It's like a recall, basically.
Yeah, and Gonjo, I'm going to ask you really quick. Is there any redeemability with this particular, Nintendo? When you hear about stuff like this, does it make you kind of look at things differently?
No, because I'm gonna actually give you something that you say all the time. They're supposed to do this. If they have fucking production of games and consoles and stuff like this is my problem with the Mad Cat system. They make controllers that literally were designed to break. And
Yeah.
you're supposed to, as a company, make a decent product. That's the whole like general like like the big dream of like production of capital stuff. Like you're supposed to make a good product and pay a fair price for it, and it's supposed to be an exchange equivalent. A lot of times these game companies, Mad Cats, I'll bring them up because they
Fuck
really
Mad Cats.
Exactly. Some of the buttons get stick to the sides over jamming a long period of times because it's a small console, and the buttons tend to get fucking corrosive over the time just from your sweat, just from you fucking around it. Especially kids, they drop it, they move it around, they put stuff in it, they put their hands through it. And Nintendo's really a kid-friendly product. So to me, that's just great. Like if that's a great example of what you should be as a company. I can't argue that it's doing a good job because that's how everyone should be. The fact that Sony and Xbox don't fix a lot of their shit when they break is actually a bad example on their part. So I will give Nintendo credit in this regard, but I'm not going to praise it as like something that's, oh my God, it's a new revolutionary thing in the game system. You're supposed to do that. Most things you buy within the first year, if it breaks down, you can return it with the warranty.
Yeah, no, I kind of see what you're saying there. And, for me, I thought that would kind of get you like, oh, that's nice. But it's like, yeah, this is an issue with the gaming industry or any kind of entertainment industry. It's like, yeah, they expect you to be like, well, Google it. Or, you know what I mean? Like, want to replace it? Cool, we'll do it once, and then boom, you're done because it's your fault that you're fucking up these particular systems. So I understand that you still aren't very like, yay, Nintendo, you guys are saints. It's like, yeah, you do what you're fucking supposed to do. But yeah, I don't know, man. We'll see what happens if they continue doing that for like the screens and all this other shit too. Because controllers, I will tell you, I used to work at a video game repair store, and fixing controllers $10. So it's like it takes very, very little to fix these things. Sometimes even like a little soldering on an HDMI port, whatever, is pretty easy too. The stuff that's really problematic is like the battery chargers. Those, I don't know what goes into fixing that or whatever those issue is. I don't know if you do, Alan, but like for me, it's a really big thing that I don't understand. But I know it's like $120 just minimums on how to fix that. And Nintendo actually said, well, we're not doing that shit, so you better go take it somewhere else and do it your fucking self.
It's not an easy fix. That's probably why they're eating the cost of the controls, because it's an easier fix.
Yeah, a big thing too is with tablets. This happens a lot too. So that's why like 3DSs and even the Switch itself with screens being fucked up, people usually just buy new fucking consoles because those are just so crazy. And those prices, like even back in the day with the 360, like just people trying to attempt to fix like the Red Ring of Death, they just said, you know what, we will buy this for the parts, and then you can just buy like a new fucking console because it's just impossible. And hopefully it doesn't happen again.
Because it's a huge part of the fucking thing. It's like, hey, my engine broke, fix my car. Fuck it, buy a new car at that point, like.
Yeah, and by the time like I actually go through the process of trying to fix whatever the fuck the problem is, you could have just bought a new car for cheaper than I'm gonna be charging you for. People say a lot about transmissions too. Apparently, like fixing some kind of transmission thing, it's like $2,000 to $3,000 sometimes, and then the fuel tank is like $1,000. So it's like, buy a new fucking car.
Yeah,
it is what it is.
The more sensitive a part is, the more likely it's important. It's like the motherboard. Your motherboard's gone. There goes your fucking system.
Or your penis. Protect that shit.
Exactly. Ensure your penis. Goddammit.
Don't do porn.
But here's another thing. I think it would hurt your penis more by having sex more than watching porn. But aside from that, there's this movie coming out, and man, when I saw the title, I was like, man, this is some generic ass shit. It's just some people shooting, killing, whatever the fuck. But as I watched the trailer for The Hunt, with who's in it? Emily Blunt or Emma Roberts?
That's not Emily Blunt, but there's an actress in there, Emma Roberts. She's not the main person, but she's in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I liked her back when she was on the Nickelodeon show.
Yeah.
And they have Hillary Swank.
Yeah, Hillary Swank, you mean?
Hmm?
I think you said Hillary Blank. It's okay. But here's
No,
the
I
thing.
said Hillary Swank, but yeah.
My dad, every time he saw her in a fucking movie or at a preview, he just yelled out, "Hillary Skank!"
Of course you do. That's the easy joke.
But
Yeah.
he would just do it.
But looking at this,
where I get my comedic styles, blame my father.
but here's the thing, man. I'm looking at this and I'm saying like, hey, this is actually some cool shit. It's very much like The Condemned. It's very much like a lot of the movies you saw. It's actually a lot like the movie that's coming out soon called Ready or Not. I don't know if you remember this trailer that we watched a couple of weeks ago, Alan. Ready or Not, where some girl gets married into a family, and the family does this thing on wedding day where they kind of like chase each other throughout this house to try to kill each other. But you know, it's been so many years from like these YA movies and the Hunger Games and all this shit. I'm kind of wondering like, why are they even doing something like this? It's very strange to me. But what do you feel about this? What was your first impressions of this trailer?
I was unsure what I watched, and then I saw a pretty decently choreographed action scene, so it was already sold. Because when she fights him, and I'm like, that was actually pretty well shot. And then I'm seeing the rest of it. I'm like, okay, this is a simple premise. The rich are just getting a bunch of people, you know, flying them to an island to basically hunt them for sport. I'm like, okay, this reminds me of The Purge, this Condemned, and then something Jet pointed out.
Dangerous game.
Exactly. It's a human dangerous game. That's something Jet pointed out is she likes how they pick these people from who gives a shit states like Wyoming and Mississippi and shit like that, places nobody gives a fuck about. And I'm like, you know what? I'm curious. I'm really curious to see if this is gonna be anything good because it seems like they have good action scenes. So I'm like, I can deal with a very simple premise if I have good action. So I'm curious to see what this movie's about.
Yeah, what are you feeling about this, Ganja?
I'm actually not interested at all. I hate these fucking thrillers where it's just a bunch of rich people chasing people from either low class situations and they just dream of like either a revenge kills fantasy kill where it's like, oh man, if I was put in a situation, how would I survive? Would I betray people? Would I kill people? I've seen it so many fucking times. Like, how many premises have we watched this last 2 years where the film's idea was this? And this is just something I've noticed with a lot of these films. It's just people like The Dangerous Game, the book, and then they like the first movie, and they're all just trying to recapture that magic of being hunted. Hell, the Predators, I think it was a sequel, a prequel, whatever the one is where they're hunting the people, is literally just a Dangerous Game ripoff with the Predators. Like, I've seen this so many fucking times that it might be good. Like, I'm not discounting the film, but in terms of my interest from the trailer, I have none whatsoever.
I think the overall growth of just seeing this company, Blumhouse Productions, do something like this. Like, this movie looks really, really good for what they typically do because they did, you know, Get Out. I don't know if, because there's Blumhouse and there's Blumhouse Tilt. And I forgot what movies that Blumhouse Tilt did. I think Chucky was one of them and some other ones. But Blumhouse back in the day was known for the shit like The Gallows and Paranormal Activity and all that kind of shit. And now they're doing something like this where, I mean, there's violence, there's action, there's choreography like Alan said, there's good stars. I mean, I'm like, dude, this is pretty fucking impressive what you guys got going on here. And it's just from this little company that people are known for saying like, hey, here's the $7 movie company. You know what I mean? Like, it's the guys who make money out of fucking lunch money or make movies out of lunch money. So
yeah, but Gunter does have a point though. This is such a generic concept. It's like it's Condemned, it's A Dangerous Game, it's Predators. It's like that's why I'm hoping it's like the only thing you can really do with this is just have really good action. That's literally the only thing. Because like John Wick isn't fucking breaking the rules and changing the genre because of action movies. It's just a fun action movie. That's literally the best they can do here. Is just have crazy action scenes.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens with this, man. I'm actually pretty hyped for this. I think that, you know, lots of things coming out lately. Like, I mean, a year and a half ago, Belko Experiment came out, and, you know,
that movie sucked.
Yeah, same premise, but I don't know about it sucking though. I think, you know, watching it
was
like that was
trash,
cool.
dude. What the fuck?
I think I was in the middle ground because I like the idea of it was actually people deciding on themselves. It wasn't them being hunted. But then at the end, it just kind of turned into that.
Yeah,
so,
in the government.
You were just super high watching it.
I was damn near baked when I saw it, but
I know you yelled at me the entire fucking movie.
I had a decent time with it though.
Here's the thing I'm gonna have a decent time with, but I'm not gonna have a decent time hearing Alan talk about it because I got a feeling, man, that you don't really look at Martin Scorsese like a lot of people do, where people just kind of like suck his dick, like he's so amazing and incredible. And another thing I don't think you really feel is the trio of Pesci, Robert De Niro, and Al Pacino. Do you give a fuck about these guys as much as most people do?
No, honestly, no, because like by the time I grew up, a lot of those crime movies I never got a chance to watch. I'm not saying they're bad movies or even Martin Scorsese's a bad director. It's just one of those movies where that just never really got to me. I like Al Pacino as an actor. I think he's a really good actor. You shush. I think
Pepper,
that
she wants love.
I think all three of them are really good actors, and I've seen them in different stuff. I rarely have seen them working together, but it's just one of those things where, especially watching this trailer, I'm like, I don't really know what the exact premise is. And anytime they're trying to show the CG of like Robert De Niro looking younger, I don't really like it because it looks very, very like it looks like I'm watching an animated movie. It doesn't look like what they did in the Marvel movies where they're able to for a few minutes they're able to make what was it, Michael Douglas look really young. What they're able to do with Captain Marvel, making Sam Jackson look like he was 25, 30. This looks very, very animated. It looks like I'm watching a really high res animated movie. So it doesn't really meld well. And then the premise of it, I'm like, I don't really know how to feel about this movie. It seems like they're going really expensive, so it could be good, but I don't know about this.
Ganja, what are you feeling about the de-aging, by the way? Because Kirk in the chat is saying the de-aging looks bad. I think it looks fucking fine.
I think it looks middle ground. Like sometimes it looks pretty cheesy. And it's like they got like Play-Doh stuck to their face. But I hit my thumb on the table.
Okay, well he's in pain. There's a shot near.
Hold on,
Shot.
let me finish. God damn it!
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you sure you can make it?
Yeah, I can do it. Hold my hand. But when it comes to like the way that the characters act, I kind of was believing it, and it looks good in motion. But when it's stopped and the character's trying to do like a real like facial expression, and you can tell that the CGI mold was really put on thick to make him look younger, then it just really just pulls me out of it.
Yeah,
honestly, I think this is just one of those technical films with a bunch of old school actors that are going to do a generic like Jimmy Hoffa set piece where it's just going to be like, oh, Hollywood, you like stuff from the past, you like the idea of these amazing sets and to bring you into an environment that you don't no longer live in because you have some nostalgia for it, some shit. And I feel like it's very Oscar baity. I'm not interested in the slightest.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. The reason why I'm excited for this is because this is like the one last hoorah of all the these guys doing their movies. Like we got Bronx Tale, Goodfellas, Casino, which by the way, those movies combined is like my second favorite movie of all time, right underneath Terminator 2. Like I fucking love, and the reason why I combine them is because I'm like, I don't know which one to put there because sometimes I'm in a mood for this particular movie and sometimes another particular movie. And the reason why I'm bringing that up here is because this movie looks like a typical like, hey, here's this old guy, he's a big bombster badass and he kills this fucking dude because it's a hit or whatever the fuck the thing is. And I'm like, are we really at that point that we want to see something like this? I want to see an old guy go and like do his hits. It's like I don't really give a fuck, dude. Like this is something that like Robert De Niro's not going to give me a performance like Liam Neeson. And I know right now it's not a good idea to talk about Liam Neeson in a positive light, but at least when you watch Taken or something, he's a badass. He's doing a bunch of shit. I guarantee you Liam Neeson can beat the fuck out of all three of these guys. You know what I mean? As far as like these characters go. But at the same time, it's like there is times where I do want to watch something kind of like soft and kind of cool and subtle. And Martin Scorsese does that so well. And these characters being together and these actors, and I almost get confused by saying actors and characters because Joe Pesci is a character in himself. If you see Joe Pesci, you know what you're going to get. And he's fucking amazing. I love him. So, yeah, man, I don't know. I'm looking at this. I really want to see this. It's going to be on Netflix, which actually I think is a bad sign at this point because it's going to be it's going to have a theatrical release and a home release. Alan, what are you feeling about that? You do so much reviews on One of Us and everything. Is this kind of an issue for you? It being on Netflix?
Yeah, because Netflix movies are trash, man. I mean, it's Martin Scorsese. This looks like it has more money, but like Netflix has never. I mean, except for Stranger Things, Netflix has never really been good with CG because usually their CG is awful. Look at Daredevil season 2, Orange Is the New Black. Like they generally don't do CG that well. But again, it's like it could be an interesting movie. It might just be a bad trailer, but like because that ending shot with him looks so bad. I'm like, maybe it's just a bad trailer to a good movie. So I'll be interested when I see a second trailer.
Yeah, so here's the thing, man. Our last thing over here, and I was really, really wanting Jet's opinion on this, but I think your internet really, really did crap out. So,
Commit a suicide.
but we'll get into this. Alan, you're a fucking wrong story, you ganja, you motherfuckers. Little Monsters is going to be one of the best fucking things.
Ass movie.
My God, you're wrong. This looks so interesting.
This is some bullshit, and I hope your Chuckle brother betrays you because the only reason you like this is because of the fucking violence and gore.
Yeah, sometimes when you watch a fucking horror movie or an action movie, whatever, you need violence and gore to get the goddamn point across. And by the way, too, it's
okay.
like...
I got a question. Do you like the movie Shaun of the Dead?
Yes.
I'd like that. Don't use that as a strong point.
Yeah, I was going to use that as a strong point because this has some bullshit acting, some bullshit comedy, and it thinks it's super funny, but it's just fucking random ass gore. This isn't anything new to the extent where the trailer knows it's new. Within the first 5 seconds, it goes, oh, zombie again? I'm like, well, I'm out. It literally says, Alan, this movie's not for you. Okay, I literally was about to walk out. And Nick's like, no, keep watching. He's like, this is the slow ones or the fast ones. Well, then they go with the fucking zombie jokes. And then they cuts to this incredible actress who's, at this point, must have been made way before like Black Panther and This Is and Us. Because I don't know why the fuck she would ever pick this garbage fire of a fucking movie. And it just goes to her. It's like she's trying her best, but it's like, let's just get somebody who, I don't know if they're just trying to do this because she's putting on an accent or something to make her just sound funnier when she's trying to explain this shit. But I'm like, what am I watching right now? This is like some low tier parody of zombie movies that should just be a direct like the fucking DVD garbage pick. Like, what am I watching?
Okay, well, I disagree with you. Here's the thing. Before I go off on my big old rant about how much I fucking love this and how excited I am, thank you very much, Gary Egan, for saying that you're excited too. Ganja, go ahead. Just let your fucking haterade flow like a bitch.
Yeah, this is fucking childish, and this looks like something that you would see from Sundance, and that's why when I saw that goddamn logo, I knew not to trust this hoe. Because one, that is a sign that this is for movie nerds and cinephiles. I bet you're gonna like the trailer in it, you're gonna watch the movie, and you're gonna get fucking pissed off. Because one, oh, South by Southwest too? That's 2 strikes, motherfucker. Like, you're not gonna like this movie. What's gonna happen is it's gonna be some basic zombie shit, and a lot of it's gonna be either callback or references within the content of the fucking petting zoo to old zombie movies. Like, this is, I can tell you right now, this is for cinephiles and people that have a hard on for the actress. I always fuck up her name, so I'm not gonna say her
Lupita
name.
Nyong'o.
If you can say it better than me, go ahead, please.
Yeah, Lupita Nyong'o.
Yes, exactly. This is just for her and her people that love her recently because she's blowing up right now. Nothing against her because now she's blowing up and she's making that money. Go get your money, girl. But in terms of me as an audience for this film, it looks generic and it looks like the only thing interesting going in is with the fucking kids. And I said at the beginning when I watched the trailer, I have a soft spot for animals and that kind of turned me off. I'm not really interested in this dark comedy of, hey, let's show you how many different animals we eat in the fucking first 30 minutes because I know what it's going with. Like, y'all at Sundance and South by Southwest said Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was gory at the end. And it was because of some comedic dumb shit. I think this is going to be some comedic dumb shit in the first half.
But here's the thing, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, though, likes to sell itself on, oh no, this is a serious story, we're gonna touch on the Charles Manson shit. This is fun. This is like, it's not telling you it's going to give you something that's not going to give you at the end.
I don't think it's going to be really fun, though, throughout.
This is gonna be some stupid bullshit that thinks it's funny. This is a movie that's thinking is gonna be fun. Because like I have that conversation. Don't swear in front of the kids as some woman gets brutally murdered by a zombie in the background. Remember, they're kids. It's like that is gonna be the running theme.
But
of this
they're not
joke.
trying to show the kids the zombies eating people. They're trying to hide the kids from seeing all that.
First, that joke is gonna run itself into the ground. It's either gonna be an entire movie of, well, let's try to hide the murder from the kids, or it's gonna enter the kids are gonna start fighting the zombies. Like, this is just gonna be some bullshit. You're gonna be bored out of your mind watching this garbage and be like, well, the effects were good because it seems like that's where they put all the fucking money. But like, whatever the fuck this is just, it's literally the premise of what if we just had a daycare and zombies attacked? And then it just goes from there. Like, this is just.
Has that been a concept that you've ever seen in a fucking horror movie?
I don't care if it's a concept I've ever seen. I never saw that fucking. What was that movie? The musical zombie one that came out.
Anna and the Apocalypse.
Anna and the Apocalypse. I never saw that concept, and we all thought that was trash.
Okay, you know, I had to take an L when I have to take an L. He's right about that. He really is. And there's, Zombieland, I've never seen a concept that was done and the way that Zombieland was done. And by the way, I do not like Zombieland, so I had to put that out there.
Yeah.
And I'm not loving this just because of zombies. I'm loving this because, here's the thing, Josh Gad and Kirk Lazarus said, yeah, Josh Gad is a no for me, dog. I completely agree with you. But I did see him, he was able to be more of himself when he was in The Comedians with Billy Crystal. It was a TV show that was on FX. And he was just being fucking who Josh Gad really is, and it was great. And I'm like, holy shit, why can't I see more of that? It's like, no, let's not do that because he has to be kid friendly and has to be a fucking joke all the time. But when he's actually being just like sarcastic douchebag, he's really, really good. And in The Comedians, he was great in there. And you see him on here, and he's dropping F-bombs. He's telling Lupita to go fuck herself.
But he's acting like a joke, though. Like, the whole thing of, like, she's like, don't worry, they're not zombies. Zombies aren't real. What do you mean? Of course they're fucking real. Oh, man, I'm freaking out. Like, he's just playing that typical freaking out character that can't deal with the situation.
I know that. I think he's also going to, like, to add on to Alan's point, he's going to play that character that's, like, really into kids at the beginning. But then his true side shows off as the real situation he, quote-unquote, handles. And it just turns into him to being an asshole to the kids and the people around him.
Yeah, he secretly, he works with kids, but he hates kids because everyone that works with kids hates them.
Here's the thing. I watched this movie called Feast back in 2005. I think it came out. And the whole trailer was just like this. It was very, very silly. It kind of got all the jokes out there. But then when you watch the movie and it did these jokes, it was almost like the movie was like, yeah, we know you watched the trailer, and we got this all done within 10 minutes, and now you got a full new movie. And the biggest thing about this, too, is just the fact that, like, I love the idea of people getting stuck inside of a place, like a cabin or a house or whatever the fuck. And a lot of this Little Monsters thing actually reminds me of Night of the Living Dead, which is one of the, I mean, actually, I think it's the very first zombie movie ever. And anytime they kind of go back to something like that, I mean, dude, even in video games, Black Ops, zombies. What was one of the best things that people liked about playing those, dude? It's boring up the fucking windows and keeping the goddamn zombies out. What's the coolest thing about Gears of War, by the way? Putting the fucking things on the floor and the traps, make sure the locusts can't come into your fucking area. This movie is doing that. The whole movie is not going to be the kids being outside of the fucking place fighting these zombies. It's not going to be crazy like that. They're going to go inside of a cabin, and now you got an actual horror movie, not just comedy, but a legitimate, thrilling, scary as shit horror movie. You son of a bitch!
Ganja, did we watch the wrong Little Monsters trailer?
I think Nick saw something that was completely interesting.
I saw potential, sir. I saw
No,
potential.
you didn't.
Saw
You
some
saw
good
what you
stuff.
wanted to see. You're like, I want a zombie movie, and every single time you see a gory movie, you're like, this is my zombie movie, and you're projecting everything you want in there. I promise you, it's not going to be that at all in any way, shape, or form. Somebody pointed in the chat, Cooties. This is Cooties meets another fucking movie. Cooties is the exact same fucking thing. I don't know if it was a summer camp or a school, but basically what it was is like this teacher, Elijah Wood, has all these kids and zombies outbreak, and now they're dealing with kids. And then at one point the parents show up, it's like, hey, the parents are here. Then they get murdered by zombies or some stupid shit. It's just a zombie comedy. To me, zombie comedies are one of my most hated fucking tropes because zombies are the serious undead murder, but it's gonna be comedy. So let's do it. The only movie I enjoyed that concept was Shaun of the Dead because it was able to basically be enough of a satire without being too much of a joke. It was able to balance it decently well. But that's really the only one I can think of off the top of my head that I actually fucking enjoyed. Like, this is honestly on the same level as the fucking zombie movie where love is the key to curing the zombie apocalypse.
Warm Bodies.
Warm Bodies, yeah, that piece of shit movie.
Well, shit. Jet, you're back. Good God, I hope your internet is working. Are you there?
It's hot.
Okay, so we gotta get going within 5 minutes. So, with that said, I like how JP's like, no! Oh my
Don't
God!
fucking rush me, bitch. Let me take my time talking about shit because who cares? Because he's just gonna be 30 minutes late anyway.
Okay, go ahead.
I don't have anything to say, but fuck you, Ganja, fuck you, Diaz, and fuck you, Alan.
What did I do?
Don't think I didn't hear you when my internet was fucking up.
I literally said nothing. Which means you didn't hear
Oh, I
anything.
heard someone make a Sailor Moon comment too. I thought it was Ganja.
That was Ganja.
Yeah, that was me.
I don't know anything about
Yeah, you
Sailor
wish
Moon.
you wish you were Sailor Moon. Sailor Moon has done more bringing people together than communism ever has. So anyway,
That was a lie. Have you seen what the shit they turned
Have you seen the Sailor Moon convention?
Yeah, like what the fuck are you talking about?
you wish you were her. You
Exactly,
wish you
Ganja.
had what she had. Anyway, this movie actually looks pretty fun. I don't mind it at all.
Thank you so fucking much.
Are you
See,
serious?
that's a person who wants fun, Alan. See
Well,
that?
What's to be mad at?
That this trailer looks awful. It's just a
How?
ridiculous. It's just a ridiculous. Okay,
It's
a
just
ridiculous.
ridiculous. Zombies are ridiculous. Who cares?
Thank you. Thank you so
The
much.
only fucking reason Nick likes this is because of the gore. Everything else about it is generic. It's either generic or it's either references. And honestly, all the lines of dialogue are fucking trash in this. And it's just gonna be like this fucking thing of like, oh, protect the fucking kids, make sure the kids don't fucking see what's going on. We already saw what half the premise of this fucking movie is, and it doesn't look good in any way, shape, or form. And it's just it's
It's
gonna.
about a lot of movies. You can still have fun with it.
Thank you so
It
much.
doesn't
And
look
JP
like it's
says,
fucking fun. It looks awful. It looks like Warm Bodies or
Like,
Fighter or
I would
Cooties.
have got you guys if you would have said, yeah, Josh Gad is fucking awful because I don't
I don't know what
like
the fuck
him.
that is though.
I don't know why, but with Josh Gad, I get pedophile vibes. Allegedly.
Yikes. Here's the thing.
I just don't think just don't think he's funny, and it's like, ew, he's in here. So that is the one complaint I have. Everything else, like, it looked fine.
So out of those three trailers, 'cause I know you watched those trailers like in succession. Out of Irishman, Little Monsters, and The Hunt, what is something that you feel like might be the most interesting to you whenever they come out?
Little Monsters.
See,
Really?
thank you so much.
I mean, the Hunt's generic, but at least the action scenes will be cool.
No, but really quick too. Like, what did you feel about The Hunt? Jack.
I thought it was okay. I mean, can't really say anything about it. I don't think it looks bad or anything like that, but I don't really think it's my type of movie.
And The Irishman. I know you haven't seen a lot. I know you watched Casino. That
I
long-ass
don't
fucking
give
movie.
a shit.
What, is it because you just have a thing against fucking old? Well, they're not white, I guess. I mean, one of them's Irish, but like, I don't know. Like, is that an issue for you watching
White.
mobsters and the Italian mob and all that kind of stuff?
It just feels like a movie that put me to sleep. Like I never really like movies like that. Like I know, like they're supposed to be like, oh, you has Al Pacino, and so you definitely got to see it. Not for me.
Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, we'll see what happens. I do like Irishman. I liked all these trailers, to be honest. I'm not. By the way, I like how everyone's like Fun Police. That's on these motherfuckers, Ganja and
You
Alan.
like some bullshit.
No, I don't like some. You don't even know if it's bullshit. It hasn't even fucking come out yet.
It looks like bullshit. That looks like some trash ass shit, man.
Okay, you know,
You were excited for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
I was, and I was wrong. But here's the thing, Jet, who
You
always
wrong
hates
again, sir.
Jet will tell me straight up if she thinks that something is afoot in a negative sense as far as these horror movies go. She even saw that there's nothing wrong with this. Y'all projecting your anger and your hatred.
Oh my god, you're projecting your own fucking. You created a horror movie from this? That's probably not going to be a thing. I guarantee you're going to hate this shit. Because I ain't fucking watching.
Do you want to do a bet?
I'm not
bitch?
going to watch the movie.
I am, but do you want to bet that
Why?
I will think? Yeah, why?
Looks like trash. I fucking hate, like, I'm
Oh,
fucking hate that
like,
movie.
okay, like it doesn't look bad though. So like, why?
Dude, it reminds me of Warm Bodies.
It reminds me of Cooties.
It does remind me of Cooties. I literally said that earlier. And Cooties was awful.
Good God. You know what's not awful though, Alan?
What?
Oneofus.net. I fucked that up. Oneofus.net.
See, that's where you're wrong. It's completely awful, and they're just a bunch of cinephiles that don't know anything.
Oh, don't do that. Alan, why don't you tell people, defend your
You're
shit.
not calling me no.
Anyway,
cinephile.
until Justin fires me, go to oneofus.net and check out the Screener Squad. We recently just did a season review for Another Life. Spoiler alert, it sucks. So that'll probably be up in the next couple of days.
That's like the
Check that
most
out.
thing you ever say. It sucks, it's bad, it sucks.
I was upset that Point Blank. That was actually another Netflix thing we did. I'm upset that Another Life sucked. I was really anticipating it. It looked like a cool sci-fi show, but the show's actually ended up being really bad. But yeah, be sure to check that out. There's a bunch of stuff that I have coming out. We're probably going to be doing more movie reviews and more reviews during the month of August, just because way more shit's coming out. So be sure to check that out.
Oh, yes, and then why don't you, Ganja Guru, tell people where to find you, motherfucker.
On a littlefireburning.com where our audio pops and locks and drops. So, guys, if you want to check out the new Illuminati episode, we got it up. It's ready for you. Just a warning, there's a slight pop in the audio, but if you want that clean audio, make sure to go check the Illuminati podcast on the Metropolis Network, where we have some art content up there. We have ARPG gaming, where the guys talk about politics that intersects with video games. I have my show, The Subversive History with Ganja Guru, which I'm working on next. Daddy, please don't hit me. I'm getting on it. But I'll have that next episode as soon as everything calms down. So again, make sure to check out the Metropolis Collective as well as A Little Fire Burning Down.
Look at all this content. Look at all this content. I'm just scrolling through. Jesus Christ almighty. So much content.
It gets all handsy with you. Yang gang.
Okay, that's stupid. Hey, Jet, where do we find you at? on Facebook, I think. I think it's on Facebook that you can find Jet.
First of all, why do I need? They can find me if they want to find me. They'll find me. I don't need to say that I'm on Facebook or anything like that.
You kind of should, though, just so they can be, go in there.
All right, can you click that second photo? Because that was my favorite thing she ever first posted
No.
on Facebook.
What, this?
The one with the little gophers?
We
Yeah.
get good news on something you've been waiting on. You deserve it. I changed my mind. Fuck you. This is actually something that she has said to Ganja, I think, at least a few
Oh,
times.
yeah, she has.
But
Well,
yeah.
do you not deserve it?
Nope.
I don't know. Ganja deserves lots of things being said to him, especially because
You know what I really deserve?
What?
3, 2.
Oh God! Well, I wasn't ready.
Yeah.
Oh, that baseline so okay. Yikes! Oh, he's just going on still. Double toasted. Go over there right now. I'm gonna do the pre-show. 10 minutes. I'll see y'all there. Trailers. Send me your trailers. Hang out with me. I'm lonely. These
Send
guys
me your
are-
nudes. Send me
Do
your
not do that.
nudes.
Do not do
Tell
that.
them
I
how
will
bad
get
Little
killed.
Monsters is.
I will get killed. Do not do that. Good God.
Send him your nudes.
Jesus. Rest in peace, Rabbit.
Rest in peace, Diaz.
Yeah, I know, bitch. Bye, guys.